covenant of God? The New Testament. What is the covenant of man? The Old Testament. God doesn't have two covenants. He doesn't change his mind. It's not like he will say, even though I wanted new covenant, now that man has misbehaved, I changed my mind. Let us have an old covenant. No. Jesus said, the beginning of God's plan, what God produced, what God's intent, what God's mindset is, that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. That's the plan, because that is a reflection of what his union will be with the church. So since God plans to have a union with the church, and the church is still in the works, so God created a human institution that reflects what he intends to do with his church. Just like God does not divorce. Once you are saved, osas. Osas means no divorce. So since there's no divorce in God's marriage, he expects that on earth, when men marry, there should be no divorce. That is the plan. Then the Pharisees said, okay, wait. If that was the plan, why then did Moses, a prophet of God, go against God's plan and interrupted God's plan and gave man an option that is not sanctioned, sponsored by God? Because that will mean that outside marriage, there are other things that God set that man updated and God allowed. Marriage now is a case study, and they are asking God in human flesh. That's why Jesus will say to them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning in Genesis made them male and female, and said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Then they say, why then did Moses give a certificate of divorce and put her away? Watch Jesus' answer.
He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
But in Genesis, it was not so. So that means there are things God set in Genesis that man altered outside Genesis. That will come to death. That will come to disasters. That will come to killings. They were not so from the beginning. And if that was a plan from the beginning, it is still the plan till tomorrow, because God never changes. Never. And that is why it comes with natural consequences. It comes with natural consequences, because it is not God's standard. Once it is not God's standard, it has no insurance. The only thing that God insures and assures is what is his plan. He only sponsors his plan. But he can accommodate human weakness and mistakes. But even then, it will have its consequences.